Today, we are eating around the world in Epcot. We'll be hitting up my favorite stops with some great food, and we'll even be trying some new to me snacks. This is your guide to eating around the world. It is that time of year in Epcot where there is no festival, meaning no festival food, but don't worry, there are still some amazing eats to be had. And I'm sorry to all my Canada First fans, but we're kicking this food crawl off in the Mexico Pavilion. Usually when people come to Mexico to eat, they're going to one of a couple of different places. Either La Cantina, the quick service restaurant just outside the pyramid, San Helen, the sit-down restaurant inside the pyramid, or La Hacienda, another sit-down restaurant outside the pyramid. But one place that a lot of people don't know serves food is Choza de Margarita.
I have never been up here. I didn't even know they had food here.
Choza is a stand located just across from the quick service restaurant here, serving up a ton of different margaritas. And if you want a margarita fast, that is pretty much the place to go. But on the menu, they also have some food which I have never tried before. And on the menu, you'll find some pork tacos, barbacoa empanadas, chicken tostadas, or al pastor quesadillas, all of which sound really good. And I have been seeing plenty of TikToks of the food at this place, so I figured this eating around the world video is finally the time that I grab something to try. So we're skipping the margarita today and going right for the pastor quesadillas. These have flour tortillas filled with pork pastor, Monterey Jack cheese, and pineapple relish with sides of salsa verde and esquites for $13.50. And I must admit, a lot of the videos that I've seen these quesadillas in, they look a lot better than they actually look when I'm getting them here. In the videos I've seen, the tortilla has been nicely toasted and it looks really nice and crispy. And here, I don't even know if they threw this tortilla on the griddle or anything. It doesn't look toasted really at all. It just looks like a regular flour tortilla. Also, I don't know how much pineapple is actually in the pork. It looks like there's just a bunch of pineapple on top, but hopefully it has some of that sweet flavor as well. Let's try it out. Here's the thing, the flavor is there and the taste is really good, but I don't think these were cooked properly or grilled properly. I could tell they would be so much better if the tortilla itself had a little bit of a crisp to it, like I've seen in all the videos. I also feel like there's maybe not enough cheese in these. It feels like just the lightest of dustings, and I could use a lot more. I am almost positive this is the same pork that they're using in the pork tacos, which is not supposed to be al pastor pork, because correct me if I'm wrong, but al pastor is usually supposed to be like sliced and cubed and diced pork, not pulled pork, and this is pulled pork. So it seems like they're kind of just recycling the pork and just throwing some pineapple salsa on there and calling it al pastor, which is fine because it does taste good, and it would taste a lot better if it was grilled properly like a quesadilla is. But now that we've tried our quesadillas, I want my mom to give the esquites a go. It looks like it's topped with some chipotle aioli, maybe some cotija cheese, and some spice as well.
So I took my forkful from the side to avoid the spice. You cannot avoid the spice. Oh my God. The back end of that.
Woo. I mean, sorry I didn't get you a margarita or anything to wash that down.
Man, that is hot.
I'm pretty sure you get that on the side with any of the food that you get at Choza, and I have to say, I would get these al pastor quesadillas again. I think they're usually made a bit better and I might have just gotten a bad batch, but the pork inside was good. It was nice and juicy, nice and flavorful, and I think that meat was better than a lot of the meat that you get at the quick service restaurant, so it's perfect for a quick little grab and go meal with a margarita. But while we're in Mexico, I have to let you know my favorite food to eat here while I'm eating around the world. And that is the chip and dip trio from inside at La Cava de Tequila. Super basic, I know, just chips with salsa, queso, and guac. But that salsa, queso, and guac are so good. They're frying the chips nice and fresh. The queso is so creamy. The guac has a nice spice to it. It's honestly some of the best queso and guac I have ever had, and the salsa has a great flavor as well. Now you could get these separately at the table service restaurant. You could just get chips and queso or chips and guac, but at La Cava they have the full trio. Or if you didn't want to go inside to one of the sit-down restaurants, you can also just get chips and queso or guac at the quick service spots. But I like doing the whole trio inside at La Cava. Well, we've made it to Norway, and they really don't have that many options for dining in this pavilion. They do have a table service carry character meal. They also have a newer cart serving up some slushies and different beers and wines, but the main place to get a treat here in Norway is the Kringla Bakery. Over the years, I've been able to try a lot of stuff on this menu. I love their chocolate chip cookie here. I think it's one of the best at Disney World. They also have a great apple cake. I love the lefse, which is like a Norwegian tortilla filled with some cinnamon butter. And they also have, of course, the very famous school bread. I'm not a big fan of school bread. I don't think it has too much flavor. It's very bready for me. So this time, I decided to get another thing that is new to me, or actually two things that are new to me. We've got a little coffee and a little pastry, and I've been dying to try this cold crumb cold brew. It's a school bread inspired cold brew made with coconut flavored Joffrey's cold brew coffee and a vanilla custard cold foam with coconut on top for $6.29. They of course still have the Viking coffee, which is probably one of the most popular drinks in the World Showcase. They could do it frozen, not frozen, with alcohol, without alcohol. But maybe a year ago or so, they introduced some new cold brews around Disney World, and one of them was this one here. I have not gotten to try it yet, and per your guys' request, I didn't stir it this time. I'm gonna drink it from the top with some of the foam. I actually like this a lot more than I thought I would. It's not super sweet. It has a great coffee flavor. It does still have a little bit of that sour, bitter Joffrey's aftertaste, but the coconut flavor is pretty strong in here, and I really like that. I feel like if you're not into super sweet coffees, this one might be for you. It's a lot less sweet than the Viking cold brew that they serve at Kringla, and I can't believe I'm saying this. I actually kind of like it. It's one of the better Joffrey's specialty cold brews that I've had. Well, to go with our coffee, we got a little pastry. I decided to pick up the Norwegian Kringla. This is a pretzel-shaped pastry with sweet fondant, raisins, and chocolate topping for $7.49. I decided to get this because I have never had it before, and it's the namesake of the bakery, the Kringla Bakery. So I don't know how I've never had this before. It definitely is the shape of a pretzel, but you could see it doesn't look as almost, I guess, crusty as a pretzel. It looks very, very soft. And you can see on the back here, the raisins in the pastry. Let's break off a little piece. Ooh, I'm gonna go right for the middle. I don't even want the sides. I want the best part of the Kringlet. My mom is staring at me mad. But it honestly looks like it's the same all around. It's very messy, actually. I should have used a knife. Okay, so I really like the chocolate on here. It seems like a very high quality, good, dark chocolate, which I really enjoy. The sweet fondant almost tastes like a sweetened condensed milk in a way, but the pretzel or the Kringla itself is very plain. A lot of the flavor comes from that chocolate. So if you enjoy a dessert that isn't too sweet, I think you would probably like this. And that's why I'm really surprised that my mom says she enjoys this Kringla so much, because she is usually all about the sweets.
Yeah, today it's honestly not as sweet. I feel like they usually put more white icing on top and more raisins. I've always really enjoyed this. Today, it actually is a little hard today. I don't know, it's not as good. So Trader Joe's and Aldi sell a Kringla, and it's more of a circular shape, like a Danish. And usually Trader Joe's has the almond one. I know Aldi will sometimes have a raspberry one. And they also have the almond one. But it's only certain times of the year that they get it. It's really good, though, from both of those places.
Maybe there's different Kringlas from different countries, and this is just the Norwegian version, because I noticed that. I always see the one at Trader Joe's, and it looks totally different. It's not in a pretzel shape. But it must be... This is like a Norwegian version of the Kringla. They must have it in different countries. Right next to Norway is China, and I'm not gonna lie, the China Pavilion doesn't have my favorite foods, but they do have one thing that is a go-to for me, especially when I'm getting a couple drinks around the world. I feel like this next snack I'm about to get is like the perfect drinking accompaniment, the perfect accompaniment to a good beverage around here. So we are braving the very long line at the Joy of Tea stand to pick up some pork egg rolls. This comes with two for $5.95. My mom is joining me for an egg roll. I'll duck sauce you up. Duck sauce for you, duck sauce for me.
What's inside? Pork?
It's pork and veggie.
Okay.
With this egg roll, don't come in expecting greatness or anything gourmet whatsoever. It just tastes like a solid egg roll. Not better than one you could get at a Chinese restaurant, but for Epcot, it's quite tasty. And like I said, I still stand by it. I think this is like the perfect drinking around the world food. Coca-Cola, hello. So next up is the African Outpost, and they really don't have much food here. They only have a couple of different Dole Whip flavors. So instead of getting food, we're taking a break in our food crawl around the world, and I got myself a nice little drink. I had to try the famous frozen brown elephant with frozen Coca-Cola and Amarula cream liqueur for $16.50. I feel like no one got this or even knew it existed until a certain someone's video, but I've never tried it before, and I figured we're eating around the world, might as well grab a little drink and try this. I feel like we gotta stir it though, because all the Amarula was on the bottom. There we go. That's actually pretty good. It elevates a Coke slushie quite a bit. It almost tastes like a frozen vanilla Coke slushie. I actually really like that. I think $16.50 is quite a bit of money for just a cream liqueur and not like hard liquor, but it's very tasty. And Amarula, I looked it up, is a African liqueur, so it kind of fits with the theme here. I like it. It's pretty funny, the table next to me, before I took a sip of our frozen brown elephant, asked me how it was, and I was like, oh, I'm about to try it. I haven't tried it yet. And then I said, Coca-Cola, hello. And they looked at me like I was insane. And I was like, oh, wait, you haven't seen the video? It was very awkward. Safe to say they have not seen the video, so I had to explain that to them. And now I'm entering the Germany pavilion, and I hear more people saying, Coca-Cola, hello. At least I know I'm not alone. But we have made it to Germany, and usually here in Germany, one of my favorite things to get is the pretzel bread pudding from over in the back at Summerfest. It is an amazing dessert, but I kind of want to go inside the caramel shop and see if I could find anything a little bit better, anything that catches my eye. On second thought, the line is very long, so I'm instead going to place a mobile order because I saw something in that bakery case that I definitely want to try. They of course have the fresh caramel corn here that is so good, but we're looking for something a little bit different. They have a ton of caramel apples, a bunch of different treats, including this caramel apple crisp, which sounds amazing, the famous butter bar, but we're still scrolling down, and I see it. I'm really interested in this caramel carrot cake. So here we have the Werther's Original Caramel Carrot Cake Whoopie Pie. This has 2 carrot cake whoopies with salted caramel buttercream frosting and Werther's Original Caramel for $7.99. So the reason I really wanted to try this is because there's obviously already an amazing carrot cake whoopie pie. That's over in Hollywood Studios, but I suspect this one's going to be even better because we have plenty of that Werther's caramel on the inside there, kind of sandwiched between. This looks amazing, and I've seen it online. It always looks so good. Wow, I am so glad I tried that. This carrot cake whoopie pie is amazing. The carrot cake itself is very spice heavy. I taste a lot of cloves, a lot of cinnamon, a lot of nutmeg in there, which is great. And that frosting on the inside has a great tang. I'm not sure if it's cream cheese frosting, but whatever it is great. And that extra caramel, it's like a thick caramel, adds an extra layer of sweetness. This is amazing. The carrot cake on its own is great. When you add in those fillings, it's even better. I definitely think this is a lot better than the carrot cake whoopie pie over in Hollywood Studios. The main difference is that it just tastes a lot fresher. It's more expensive for a tinier dessert, but it tastes so much fresher. So I would definitely prefer this one. Now, my mom wasn't here while I was eating my carrot cake because she was picking herself up some caramel popcorn. So I'm really curious as to what she's gonna say about this one and if she prefers it over the Hollywood Studios one. Go ahead, take a bite. I think you're gonna like it better.
This is really? You really think so? That is like my favorite studio snack. I don't know. It's not as sweet as the one in Hollywood Studios, but it reminds me of that gingerbread cookie that I love here.
They used to have a gingerbread cookie sandwich at the caramel shop.
And I think this is the icing that was in the middle. What do you think? Same thing?
Tastes similar.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. It's a good snack.
Hollywood Studios or Epcot?
I gotta go with the OG.
Oh my god.
I gotta go with the OG.
Now, I'm not sure if this is a permanent menu item. I know it appeared on the menu maybe a couple months back, but they tend to switch out a lot of their pastries, specifically like their cookie sandwich desserts. So this might not be here for much longer, but if you see it in caramel couche, make sure you pick it up. As we're on our way to Italy, I am really hoping that the pizza window is going to be open, because last time I got a snack from this pavilion, it was some gelato from the gelato stand outside, and I'm not the biggest fan of that gelato, so I'm really hoping we could have some pizza here, something savory. Well, we are in luck. The pizza window is open, but it seems like a lot of other people had the same idea as me, because this is a very long line for some pizza. So we got us our slice of pizza margherita, which is just a cheese pizza with tomato sauce and mozzarella for $9 a slice.
Oh, you cut it like regular pizza.
Yeah, I've cut our pizza in half. Go ahead and grab a slice. This is my mom's first time trying this pizza from the pizza window. I don't know how you're gonna like it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Pizza. Believe it or not, I actually really like this pizza, probably because I enjoy a Sicilian slice of pizza. And that's what this reminds me a lot of. This is on their focaccia bread that they actually serve at Via Napoli. And I know there's a lot of Via Napoli fans out there. I am not one of them. I actually prefer this pizza here to Via Napoli. What do you think, Mom?
I was going to ask you if it was focaccia, because it's not like crispy, like it's not like hard and crispy. It's okay.
It's like a Sicilian pie, no? Is it better than Via Napoli?
Oh my God.
The sauce is nice and sweet. It's just a light layer of sauce and honestly a light layer of cheese, which I appreciate. The flavor of the focaccia is really good. It's nice and light and airy on the inside, but the outside is super crispy. It has a little bit of a char on there too. I think it's some good pizza. Now you could also get a slice of this pizza with pepperoni on it for only 25 cents extra actually, but I prefer just a plain cheese pizza. Sometimes pepperoni gives it a little bit too much grease. And I also asked for a corner slice. I love a corner slice, whether it's a Sicilian pie or a grandma pie. I always go for the corner. And these slices are huge, easily shareable. If you're not sharing, this is a full meal in itself, and nothing goes better with pizza than Diet Coke. We have made it to our home country, America, and usually when I come to America, I show you guys the food at Regal Eagle Smokehouse. But today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you guys my favorite food in the America Pavilion, and actually, I think one of the most underrated foods in Epcot, in Disney World altogether, coming from the Fife and Drum Tavern. Or at least I hope it's coming from the Fife and Drum Tavern, because last time I was in Epcot, I tried to get this treat and their ice cream machine was broken and I didn't have any luck. So hopefully by today it's fixed. Oh no, guys, I see the ice cream machine back there and I don't think I see any ice cream in it. Well, that is unfortunate. The ice cream machine here in America has been broken for months at this point, and they let me know it probably won't be fixed until hopefully July. There is no end in sight for this, guys. I am so sad because I feel like no one ever covers this drink here and it is so good. So I don't want you guys to miss out on it, but I'm gonna have to skip showing it to you today, and we're gonna have to pivot and find something else here in America to try. So Regal Eagle it is, and as I'm waiting to pick up my mobile order, I just remembered I never told you what the American Dream slush actually is. It has a layer of cherry slushy, vanilla ice cream, and then blue raspberry slushy. I talked about it when I covered the rock and roller coaster food because they have something a little bit similar, but I think it is so good. It tastes like a gelati from Rita's because you got the ice cream. It is the perfect combo. So whenever they fix their ice cream machine, you guys definitely have to pick it up. But for now, we have a little dessert from Regal Eagle, the banana pudding, which costs $5.49. This is a classic American dessert, and I believe I've had it before, but I got it because my mom wanted it. I don't think she's had it before, so I got it so we could both kind of try it here. There's plenty of those Nilla wafers in the center. It looks really good, actually. That's actually really good, even better than I remember for sure. It has the perfect layer, the perfect proportions of everything. There's tons of Nilla wafers in there, which got nice and soft, soaking in that pudding. It kind of like turns into a cake-like texture, and they are so good. The banana pudding has that artificial banana flavor that you know and love with banana pudding, and there's also fresh bananas on here. This is really good. Like, this is a fantastic dessert. I totally think it tastes homemade as well.
It does.
It tastes homemade. You're gonna have to add this on. You always order the kids' meals here. So you're gonna have to now get a kids' meal and a banana pudding. Next up is Japan, and I'm still in the mood for something cool since it is a little bit toasty outside today. So I think we're gonna actually head in the Mitsukoshi store where they have some pre-packaged 7-Eleven ice creams. I tried some in one of my previous videos. I tried one of the wafer ice creams, but they have another one that's pretty viral that sounds really good that I wanna check out today. Well, guys, we are having pretty bad luck today. A lot of the food that I've been wanting to try, I haven't been able to get, and same goes for the Japan Pavilion because I ended up with some strawberry mochi ice cream. Where all of the food is in the Mitsukoshi store, there is a cash register, and they have ice cream behind the register. They kind of display all of the options that they have, and I didn't see the sweet potato in there, so I knew I was in trouble. And yeah. Turns out it is in fact sold out. I don't know if they're gonna be getting it in stock again, when, if, I have no idea. So I ended up just getting some strawberry mochi, and this box of, I believe 6 was $10. This is a pretty good consolation prize though, because I love mochi ice cream, and I decided to go with the strawberry kind. They had a bunch of different flavors. They had matcha, mango, I think just plain old vanilla, and then of course strawberry, which is what I got. These have been able to defrost for a little bit. I've had them outside for a little, so they should be the perfect texture if I could get this out of there. There we go. Let's try it out. I am not kidding you when I say this is probably the best mochi ice cream I have ever had. I'm really surprised because usually I don't go for strawberry ice cream, but the flavor of this is so good because it tastes more like strawberries and cream ice cream. There's a little bit of vanilla in there as well. The mochi is obviously super gummy, great texture. I love these, but I'm really curious to see what my mom is gonna think because I don't think she's had mochi before, and I do not think she's gonna like the texture. Come grab yourself a mochi ice cream.
Do I need a... No, I don't know if I like the texture of this.
I said exactly that. I said you are not gonna like the texture. I think it's so delicious. Keep in mind that this is the only person I have ever met in the world that does not like the chocolate dumplings from Din Tai Fung. I've never met anyone that didn't like it. She didn't like it because of the texture, and she went back for a second bite. So I usually get the ube mochi ice cream from over at Trader Joe's, but maybe I'll have to try their strawberry mochi ice cream because I really like this one here. We are eating around the world in Morocco, and there are a couple of different options here for us. One being Oasis Sweets and Sips, where they have a bunch of drinks, slushies, and cookies, but I have tried most of those cookies. Some things that I haven't tried, though, come from the Tangerine Cafe. This used to be a full-fledged quick service restaurant with different types of Moroccan food, but these days they are keeping it pretty simple. I think they say a lot of the food here is here for the different festivals, but they have it here when there isn't a festival as well. They have some different wraps, and I believe a bread with dips. As soon as I walked into Tangerine Cafe and I saw them making everything fresh, the fire in that oven, the grill running, I got so excited to try this out. I ended up going with one of the Moroccan wraps with chermoula chicken, tomato, cucumber relish, and garlic sauce, served on a warm Moroccan flatbread for $6.29. They have an option to get this with a lamb skewer or with some plant-based falafel, all of which looked really good, but I'm sharing this with my mom, and I know she'd like chicken most. So I went with the chicken here, and this looks so good. I feel like I've been sleeping on this place. And now I'm really mad I've been sleeping on this place because this is really good, really fresh, and I think a really good deal. You have a ton of chicken packed into this wrap, and the chicken is really good. It's been seasoned really well. And then all those freshly cut up veggies. Now I did get the garlic sauce on the side because I was a little worried about it having mayo, but I was told it is plant-based, so no mayo. I feel like it's just like oil and garlic. So I got it on the side. We'll go for a little dunk here. I now understand why they said I had to try this garlic sauce. It is so delicious. It has a texture of almost like a whipped, lighter hummus, and it has so much garlic flavor packed in there. It is so good paired with everything. The chicken is like a tad dry, although seasoned well. So this garlic sauce really helps with that dryness, and it's so good. But I feel like the way to go is to get some on the side. So that way you could dunk and control the amount that you put on there and get extra garlic sauce in each bite. This is the perfect lighter option. This is just kind of what I want when I'm walking around the park and it's hot. A nice little wrap, and this definitely hits that craving. I am so mad I have been sleeping on this place for so long, and I'm so happy they stay open when there's no festival, because I will be getting one of these every time I walk by Tangerine Cafe now. We only have a couple more countries left, and next up is France, where they have some of my favorite food in the park. Obviously, they have the ice cream shop that is serving up the delicious brioche ice cream sandwich, but instead of hitting that up today, I think we're gonna head to the bakery. The bakery here in France has so many amazing foods. They have some great savory options. I love the sandwiches, and honestly, anything on a baguette there is delicious, but they also have some great sweet options, including my favorite sweet in that case, this almond croissant. This croissant has an almond filling for $6.75. So I almost got that chocolate chip cookie because I know you guys wanted to see me try it. When I tried all the chocolate chip cookies around Disney World, I didn't get it because it was actually a chocolate cookie and not a regular chocolate chip cookie. It looks so good, but I had to show you guys this almond croissant here. I feel like no one knows about it, no one talks about it, but it is seriously so good. And the only reason I know about it is because when Disney World reopened from COVID, my roommate was actually working in the France bakery, and at the end of the night, they would let her bring home some different sweets and some different treats. And one night she brought this home and I became obsessed. And I told her she has to bring that home every night from now on. It is so good. It's like a pressed croissant. It's kind of like flat and it has all that almond filling inside. And actually, I see some chocolate in there as well. So this used to be made with just a regular plain croissant and it was good. But I feel like making it with the chocolate croissant makes it even better. There's just a little bit of chocolate, which is perfect because it doesn't overpower the almond. And you can see how much like almond paste is stuffed in there. If you're someone who enjoys like an almond flavored dessert like I do, I'm telling you, this is hard to beat. We only have 2 countries to go, and in our next 2 countries, the UK and Canada, there really aren't that many food options. So here in the UK, I've settled down at the Yorkshire County Fish Shop to grab some fish and chips. This is one of my favorite things to eat in the World Showcase, the beer battered fish and chips, which cost $14.49. Our piece of fish looks very interesting today, and last time I got this, I put ketchup on my fish, and a lot of people got really mad, so I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna eat it straight up. Did you hear that crunch? The fish tonight is so hot and fresh. I literally watched them take this piece out of the fryer and put it to drain and put it in this tray here. And it is so good. I've been getting this fish and chips for as long as I can remember. As a kid, we would always come to Epcot. Me and my cousins would get fish and chips and our parents would get some beers and they'd watch the live music out in the UK pavilion. But I remember always getting this fish and chips, and honestly, I feel like it hasn't changed in quality. The quality is still there. The only thing that's changed is the portion. They used to give you 2 big pieces of fish, and I'm sure it was a lot cheaper. Now you get 1 for a lot more, but it is still delicious as always. That batter is so crispy, crunchy, the fish inside nice and flaky. You can't go wrong, and you got some chips here too. We are down to our final country, Canada, and surprise, I am taking you guys with me to Le Cellier to get my favorite food in Canada, a ribeye. I'm just kidding. We're getting some maple popcorn. Now you can get this maple popcorn served with a popcorn bucket as a popcorn bucket refill, or you could just get a scoop of it for $6.99, which is what we did. I know my mom already got the caramel corn to take home, but we're also gonna take a lot of this home here, and I'm not someone who likes maple, but for some reason I really like this popcorn. I don't even think it tastes much like maple. It just tastes like it has a sweet coating, like caramel corn. This might be even better than the caramel shop in Germany. It just tastes fresher, warmer. You don't think so? Get in here.
I think it tastes like, I only tried it like a month or so ago. I think it tastes like kettle corn.
Yeah, it's good. The maple popcorn is, I believe, currently the only snack you could kind of grab and go in Canada for now. If you don't want to sit down for a full steak dinner at Le Cellier, this is pretty much your only option, but not for long. The poutine stand is officially reopening on July 1st. It has been closed for so long. They're redoing it, they're redoing the menu, and they're gonna have some regular poutine and I believe some poutine with some like braised meat as well. It all sounds really good. I'm excited for July 1st when that opens. But that is gonna do it for us eating around the world today in Epcot. I'm gonna put the total of everything that I spent right here so you guys can see. I did film a video where I ate around the world on a budget for $50. So if you guys are looking to save a little bit of money, check out that video. The link's gonna be in the description. But this is kind of eating around the world, trying new things with no budget. And I definitely found some great new favorite foods around the World Showcase. That banana pudding, although I've had it before, I didn't remember how good it was, and tonight it was on point. Also that wrap from Morocco, so good, it really surprised me, but that's another thing I'm gonna get all the time. So I'm glad I was kind of able to show you some favorites of mine and try some new things, but I want to hear from you guys. Drop a comment down below letting me know what the one snack is that you can't miss around the World Showcase. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon. I really appreciate your support. As always, if you enjoy honest Disney food reviews, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys in the next video.